What's going on, everybody? So I'm doing a new real estate video. I know it's been a while. I've been studying for my test and it's finally here. The day has come and it is time. I'm about to walk in there right now. Just want to make a quick video. Wanted to be as transparent as I could with this channel. And yep, so I've been studying the last month and it's time to go. This is, the process is taking longer than I thought, but got to stick with it, can't give up, and you got to push yourself. So I'm pretty nervous, but we're going to go in there. We're going to do our best and see what we get for the outcome. Pass or fail, I'll be back to you guys. I'll let you guys know either way. I'll be back to you guys after the test. Wish me luck. What's going on, guys? So as you can see, I'm back at home and I finished the test. I went and I took my Florida sales associate test to become a real estate agent, and the test I took was the state test. So that's the final step, the one thing that stands between me practicing real estate in Florida, and that's pretty much the only thing that stands in my way. And unfortunately, my first attempt at that test, I did not pass, guys. I failed it. I didn't blow it. I didn't bomb it, but fail is fail. And I told you guys I'd come back to you guys either way and let you guys know if I passed or if I failed. And I didn't pass. So like I said in the beginning of this channel, when I made it in the first video, I want to be as transparent as I possibly can with you guys. I'm not just going to show you guys the ups and the glory and the whatever, all the positive stuff. I'm going to show you guys the negative stuff, the bad, the ugly, just the ins and outs, because I think that's a way people get motivated, is not only just by seeing people succeed, but also seeing people fail and talk about their failures and learn from their failures. Because maybe just hearing me talk about this instance where I just failed this test can help you. If you're in a position where you just tried something, or you lost, or you failed, or whatever, the main message I want to put out there is, don't let that discourage you. Don't let it make you give up. Don't let it, put a damper on everything. And the reason I waited to get home to make this video is because, I'm not going to lie, when I finished and I got my results, I was pissed. I was pissed off. I'm not going to not be mad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to get upset, but it's a different thing when you dwell on it and you start to let that roll over into, the upcoming hours and days after, you failed. And you got to get over it. You got to look at it as, okay, well, I can go retake this test again. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to study for, maybe a week or so. And I'm going to really bang out the categories that I got wrong and go back and kill that thing. Go back and, pass it. Go back and make it happen. So you got to look at your failures like that. Then you can't go through life expecting to never fail. You can't go through life expecting never to mess up. And if you go through life like that, you're going to always be disappointed. You're always going to be upset and depressed when you do mess up, when you do fail. The biggest thing people need to learn is, and that's something I've learned, is when you fail, you need to be able to learn from it. You need to be able to talk about it. You need to be able to grow from it. And not everyone is so focused on hiding their failures and, I don't want to tell anybody that I failed. I don't want to, let anybody know. And it's you're not doing yourself any justice by doing that, because when you just keep all of that buried inside of you, then, you're living a lie. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with others. And it's just a lot less stressful when you can just come to terms with when you fail and learn from it, rather than just try to bury everything and, keep everything built up inside, because you can only do that for so long before everything just blows up and, it's just a mess. So if there's one thing, you can gather from this, guys, I'm not giving up on this. This is something I want. So if there's something you guys want, don't give up if you might have failed the first time, the second time, the third time. If you truly want it, you'll do what it takes. You'll work harder. You'll put in the extra hours, the early mornings, the late nights, whatever it's going to take to get you to where you need to be. And that's what I'm prepared to do over the next week to 2 weeks, to get in the mindset to go back down and pass this test and be done and be where I want to be. And, I'm upset. I've messed up. I failed the test today. It's over with. It's done with. The only thing to do is look forward. Stop, not to look back, not to dwell, not to be upset. It's okay to not, I hate failing. I don't like it. I'm sure nobody likes failing. But if you can learn to, there's a difference between not liking to fail and, not being able to learn from your failures. So I don't like failing, but I do like learning. When I do fail, I do like learning from it. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship. I hate failing, but when I do fail, I've, come to the realization that you need to just put your pride aside and you need to figure out what you did wrong instead of trying to make excuses for why you didn't do right. So if there's one thing you guys can gather from this video, whatever it is you're doing, keep pushing. You gotta, what are you gonna do? You gotta think to yourself, what am I gonna do? If you're in a situation where you failed, you lost, what are you gonna do? So when that next at-bat comes, that next chance, that next, spot opens up, or, whatever it might be, what are you gonna do to prepare yourself, to train yourself to, when that position comes and that moment arises, you can, be victorious, you can succeed, you can come out on top. So that's the one thing that anybody that's watching this, it doesn't have to be for real estate. It can literally be for any aspect of your life. If you failed, if you lost, don't give up. Don't feel bad for yourself. Don't dwell on it. Look at it, learn from it, talk about it. Don't bury it. And realize, think, what can I do? What extra work can I put in to push myself to make sure next time this doesn't happen? Because if you hate the feeling of losing so bad, that hate and fear of losing should be enough that once it happens once, you should hate that feeling so much that then you will do whatever it takes to make sure that doesn't happen again. So if you guys, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be real estate. That's the one message I want to get out there, that if you failed, it's never too late. You're not too old. If you believe in it, if you want it, you can have it. You just need to figure out what you need to do to get it. Hope you guys have an awesome evening, and I will be back with another video, probably another morning video. And then after that, I'm going to hopefully be coming back with a video after I crush this next test, this next exam, take 2 on the real estate test. Hope you guys have an awesome evening. Never give up. Never surrender. If you want it, you can have it. You got to ask yourself, are you doing enough to get it? Have a great evening, everyone.